Friends, in our history books, we have read about the Cold War. We have witnessed trade wars, but what is happening today is a first in human history. This war isn't being fought for a piece of land, and it is not being fought with tanks and missiles. This is a war for information. This is a war for your screen. On one side stands the world's richest man, Elon Musk, claiming to be the last defender of free speech. And on the other side stands the European Union, the world's largest regulatory powerhouse, claiming that Musk's platform has become a threat to democracy itself. People are saying Musk will run away from Europe, but the real story is something else entirely. Reports suggest that if the EU bans X, America might slap travel bans on EU bureaucrats. Is Europe about to be crushed under the weight of its own regulations, or is Elon Musk about to black out an entire continent? In today's video, let's decode Project Scorched Earth and this new digital world war. To understand the root cause of this battle, we need to go back a little. In August 2023, the EU implemented a law, the Digital Services Act, or DSA. It sounds boring, but put simply, this isn't the traffic police of the internet. It is an attempt to become the thought police. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen says the disinformation and hate speech are spreading on social media, so they must be controlled. But Musk asks, who decides what hate speech is? An unelected bureaucrat sitting in Brussels? The problem is that the EU told X, formerly Twitter, show us your algorithms and delete the content we tell you to. Elon Musk flatly refused. The result? The EU threatened to fine X up to 6% of its global revenue. Friends, that is not a small amount. We are talking about more than $200 million. But the EU didn't realize who they were messing with. Musk isn't a normal CEO who will apologize out of fear. He straight up declared war. This is where a secret strategy enters the picture, which analysts are calling Project Scorched Earth. If the EU imposes its fines, instead of making X compliant in the EU region, Musk could withdraw from there completely. Imagine this, you wake up tomorrow morning, and in Spain, France, Germany, Italy, X doesn't open at all. Total blackout. Musk's logic is simple. X has a large user base in Europe, but in terms of revenue, the US and Asia are far more important. If Musk leaves Europe, who takes the political hit? The politicians, journalists, and businesses there. In today's era, news breaks on X, not on TV. If Musk switches it off, how will EU politicians communicate with the public? Will they send carrier pigeons? And Musk knows that something called a VPN exists. Technology experts say that if X is banned, VPN usage in Europe will skyrocket by 1,000%. People will still use X, but the EU won't get a single penny in tax. This is called scorched earth. Leave nothing for the enemy, but ashes. Until now, this was a fight of company versus continent, but now it has become country versus continent. Here comes the twist of US politics. Donald Trump's victory and the rise of the Republican Party are adding fuel to this fire. Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance, powerful U.S. senators, have openly stated that the EU is targeting American companies. They believe the EU's DSA law isn't just for safety, but to weaken American tech giants so that European copycats can take over. There are reports and rumors that the U.S. administration could impose travel bans and sanctions on those EU officials who are trying to suppress American free speech. Think about it. An EU commissioner who is talking about fining Google or X finds out he can no longer visit Miami or New York. This is a nuclear option on a diplomatic level. It sends a clear message. If you attack our companies, we will attack your officials. Friends, do not limit this battle to just Musk. This is bigger than X. First, Rumble left France. Then, Telegram CEO Pavel Durov was arrested in France. And now, X is the target. Do you see the pattern? The world is splitting into two parts. On one side, the managed internet, where the government decides what you can watch and what you can say, like China. And now, ironically, Europe. On the other side, the Wild West, where everything is open, chaotic, but free.
The question is, which direction are we heading? If the EU wins today, then tomorrow, India, Brazil, and Australia will say the same thing. We want a censored internet on our terms. The internet, which was once the World Wide Web, will break into different pieces. We are moving to the splinternet. So, what happens next? According to my analysis, the next 6 months are critical for Europe. Musk isn't bluffing. He can take a business loss if it's about ideology. But the EU? Can it handle the anger of its citizens when their favorite platform shuts down? I think there will be a compromise or a massive breakup. But one thing is certain, the information warfare has only just begun. What do you think? Should Elon Musk accept the EU's rules, or should he leave Europe and take a stand for free speech? And if X gets banned in your country tomorrow, will you use a VPN? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe because the next report will be even more shocking. Until then, stay curious, stay informed.